Well, this game, Carriers, I played surface ships. I derped around, I shot stuff, the shells flew, they hit a thing. Woo, But I didn't care. That wasn't enough to invest me. And Carriers were interesting, but they were frustrating because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. My friend showed me this CV thing and he's like, oh, because my best friend's dad idolized the Tuskegee Airmen. As a black man, grew up back in the day, and to hear about, African American guys that flew in the war and did the fucking job and got it done, absolutely, he looked up to them. So he wanted to join the military, he wanted to be a pilot. Turned out he had an inner ear infection, so he couldn't. Fuck. Well, his mom wasn't going to let him, be an uneducated fool, so she forced his ass to go to college. He became an engineer, met his wife, had a kid. That's my best friend. And he passed a lot of the love of flying on to his son. Son has terrible eyesight, asthma. There's no way in hell he'd be a pilot, in reality, but loves flying games, loves F-14 Tomcats because of Top Gun and Robotech, which had the Veritechs that were modeled after F-14s. And anyway, they did a rework on Carriers, and he was super excited. He showed it to me, and I was like, well, that looks interesting. I downloaded World of Warships again, and I started playing in co-ops. And I shot, and I shot, and I shot, and I got to 10,000 damage a match. And I said, hey, is this good? And he didn't say anything. I tried harder. Shot, and I shot, and I shot. I got up to like 25. Is this good? And he didn't say anything. It's like, well, shit, maybe he's embarrassed. I don't know what number's good. So I kept playing co-ops all the way up to the Lexington, tier 8. And I got up to like 60, 70,000 damage because I challenged myself, don't effing miss. And I mean, it was hard. I literally spent weeks in co-op grinding out trying to shoot better. And then I go into randoms and, I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to, tilt battles in people's favor or whatever. And I joined a clan. Well, that's cool. Woot. And I got chewed out one day because I saw a clanmate on the enemy team and I struck him. And this dude, he didn't get mad because he was my clanmate. He got mad because I was in a CV. Didn't give a fuck who I was. Didn't give a fuck about the fact I was in a clan battle. Didn't give a fuck about the fact that I literally talked to him on Discord about this, that, or some other shit. Didn't care that I'd run a CV in a game where he was in my div or whatever. But the fact that I struck him in a CV, it's like, it immediately just, it's like a bull that saw red. You! And I mean, this dude was fucking mad. And the fact that I played Carrier stopped him from seeing me as a person anymore. And that was like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? I tried to talk to him about it. Tried to help him bridge the gap. Understand, it's not that bad, man. There's nothing. He was fucking pissed. So I left the clan. Because I didn't want to... It was just so weird, right? So I ended up joining another clan that was semi-competitive, whatever. The competitive guys there split off. They created Glue, which turned into QQ7. It's part of the O7 community. I didn't follow them because I don't like to follow drama. Not that drama isn't interesting. Not gonna lie, I'm a human, If Sherry's gonna cheat on Tom with Benny or something, I mean, hey man, you put that on a judge show, I'll eat that shit up. But realistically, I don't want to follow drama, so I didn't. But when I was in that clan, I met people that didn't like CVs, and realistically, they would tell me stuff and be like, oh, well, you just don't understand. You don't understand how AA kills planes in this situation. If you did this, then it wouldn't be that big of an issue. Some people listened, some people didn't. But the fact that when you don't know and you assume that something is scarier or worse than it is because you don't know, that breeds hostility. That breeds misunderstanding and anger and frustration. And I mean, I started this whole story with the whole squishing some dude's nose. Other people are going to see differences before they ever bridge the gap to squish some other dude's nose. And they're going to immediately assume that's different. I don't want any fucking part of that. I don't want that to have any fucking part of me. Nothing. And it's like, it translates in this game. Eventually, I left that clan. I went to another one. Same shit. Fuck CVs. Well, I can teach you about them. I can show you about them. Some people listened. A lot of people didn't. It was what it was. I mean, at least I could be me. You know, competitive folks respect the fact that you can get wins. But it was only in TNG when I started to stream, and I could really legitimately pull aside teammates and show them, you're thinking the CV has this godlike capability. I am going to show you that it doesn't. I'm going to give you the sight over my shoulders, through my eyes, to my screen, as you watch my planes get fucking mauled, and what I can and cannot do to you. And this is me, and I'm considered to be fairly good at this shit. So that helped them to be able to know, maybe not like being struck by the CV, but to understand the limits that exist for a CV and what them using defensive fire and using positioning and getting plane kills, what that actually results in. Because if you don't play, if you don't have that connection, you can't bridge the fucking gap. And I found I like streaming. So I started streaming this. So partially it's to help people learn how to play CV because I like it. I think it's cool. There are other people that think it's cool. It's not just fucking me. But also because there are people that will never play CV. Ever. And if they don't get to see over the shoulder of somebody that actually knows what the fuck they're doing and yet still goes in situations where they cannot claw back a match because the enemy is coordinated or because their team's just not able to be pulled back from the brink or something, if you can at least see that, oh, it's not godly.